In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 5th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago White Sox vs. Kansas City Royals. The Chicago White Sox and Kansas City Royals continue their series in Kansas City on Tuesday night. The two teams are at the bottom of the American League Central Division and far removed from the American League playoff picture. Cease has struggled at times on the road this season, producing a 5.37 earned run average and allowing 70 hits in 70.1 innings. He has an eye-popping 11.68 earned run average in his previous 3 games away from his home stadium. He has struggled at Kauffman recently, producing a 0-2 record with a 6.55 earned run average in his previous 2 starts there. The Sox have lost 5 of their last 6 full series on the road and were swept in 2 of those 5. They have won only 36.2% of their games on the road in 2023. The Royals won 3 of 4 games in Kauffman Stadium against the White Sox in a series earlier this season. The White Sox hit a lean .212 with a .333 slugging percentage during the 4-game set. Kansas City's pitching staff has had success against the White Sox offense at home recently, producing a 2.98 earned run average and 1.24 WHIP in the 14 games played there during the past 2 seasons. White Sox pitchers have struggled on the road all season, ranking 26th in the majors in team earned run average with 4.89. The Sox have lost 5 of their previous 6 games against the spread overall and 5 of their last 7 on the road, so the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. This is a matchup of 2 of the 5 worst run-producing teams in baseball. In the 7 meetings prior to Monday night's game, the 2 teams have gone just 2-5 to the over. While Cease does have an inflated earned run average this season compared with years past, he still has plus stuff and a high K9 rate. He was not traded at the deadline, which is likely an indication that the White Sox brass views him as a key piece to next year's rotation. Cease will be motivated to finish the season strong and move over .500 with likely just 4 or 5 starts left, so I expect him to pitch well here. While Zerpa is making just his 4th start of the year, he is doing so against one of the poorer hitting teams in baseball and pitched fairly well when stretched out in his last start. Both teams rank near the bottom of the league in key offensive categories such as average runs scored per game and slugging percentage, so the odds either team scores quickly in bunches are low. Kansas City and the White Sox rank 29th and dead last in the league, respectively, in on-base percentage. The Royals scored a total of just 4 runs in their 3-game set with the Pirates in Kauffman last week. Chicago batters were limited to a .212 batting average and a .271 OBP by the Royals pitching staff in their 4-game set in Kansas City in May. A trend may be forming as the White Sox struggled to score on the road against Kansas City in 2022, producing a .366 slugging percentage and an average of under 3 runs per game during their 10 matchups. In his previous 4 games against the White Sox, Cease has a 3.97 earned run average and has averaged almost 13 strikeouts per game. The White Sox have gone under the run total in 2 of their last 3 games. The Royals have scored 3 runs or less in 6 of their last 8 games. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair when these 2 teams meet on Tuesday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros vs. Texas Rangers. In an intense American League West clash, the Texas Rangers host the Houston Astros on Tuesday in Globe Life Field. Texas has a 76-60 record and trails the Seattle Mariners by 1 game in the American League West Division. They also hold a wild card spot, but Toronto is still lurking around. The Astros are also 1 game back of the Mariners, albeit with a 77-61 record. Both teams have been struggling entering this series, with the Astros losing their last 3 in a row and Texas going 4-6 in their last 10. Valdez has been knocked around by the Rangers this season. He's pitched better as of late though. Eovaldi is a bit of a wild card, as he was having a great season prior to his injury list stint. Will he pick up where he left off or struggle to find his groove? The latter isn't ideal considering the opponent. Houston tore the cover off the ball in August, slashing .286 BA, .367 OBP, .474 SLG, and .842 OPS in 28 games. It didn't play its best ball against the Yankees last series, but it got back on track on Monday, scoring 13 runs on 16 hits with 5 home runs. The Rangers are always worth a look in the underdog role given their offensive firepower, but they've fallen off like Big Mac toppings over the last month and aren't a team anybody can be excited to back. The Astros are far and away more trustworthy. They've beaten up on the Rangers in the past, and Framber Valdez is a solid enough pitcher to like at a cheap price. I have no interest in the Rangers based on their current form, so the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. These two starters are borderline aces for their respective teams. Nathan Eovaldi is having a career year and Framber Valdez has carried the Astros as the ace of the staff all season. Valdez has 4 quality starts in his last 6 overall starts and Eovaldi has given up more than 4 runs in a start only once this season. The Rangers have scored only 25 runs in their last 6 games, good for an average of just over 4 runs per game. Meanwhile, the Astros scored only 7 runs in their 3 games against the Yankees. With a matchup as intense as this, I expect the pitchers to reign supreme and both teams will rely on clutch hitting to come away with the victory. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Baltimore Orioles versus Los Angeles Angels. The Baltimore Orioles and Los Angeles Angels face off on Tuesday in an MLB showdown at Angel Stadium. In the first game of this series, it was the Orioles that were able to secure the 6-3 victory. The Orioles are 17-5 straight up as road favorites, the highest winning percentage in MLB this season. Kremer sports a 3.77 earned run average and a 1.31 WHIP on the road and a 10-3 record with a 3.63 earned run average and a 1.17 WHIP in 9 games this season. He has surrendered 1 run in his last 12 innings pitched and has held the Angels in check once this season. Kremer's earned run average in the second half is over 1.5 runs lower than in the first half of the season. Detmers is 2-8 with a 5.36 earned run average in 9 games. He has a 4.56 earned run average at Angel Stadium too. The left-hander posted a 4.31 earned run average in the first half of the season but has regressed, posting a 6.57 earned run average since the All-Star break. He won't get a break tomorrow either, as the Orioles slash .258 BA, .329 OBP, .435 SLG, and .764 OPS versus left-handed pitchers. The Orioles just keep winning games with Dean Kremer on the mound this season as they're 20-7 in his 27 starts to this point, and like I said earlier, the Angels just look like a team that's given up on the year and are counting down the days, and it wouldn't surprise me if Shohei Ohtani was shut down at some point soon, even though the Angels may not do that with the assumption that Ohtani will be elsewhere in 2023. Either way, I believe that the Orioles hold the cards here, so the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. The over is 36 to 27 to 10 when the Orioles are favorites and 12 to 6 to 4 when they're road favorites. The over is also 38 to 24 to 5 when the Angels are underdogs and 12 to 5 when they're home underdogs. Detmers has been erratic since July, surrendering 29 runs in 5 outings and 8 runs in his other 5 starts. It should come as little surprise that his poor starts were against playoff contenders Los Angeles, Houston, Seattle, and Cincinnati. He has pitched past the 5th inning just once since mid-July too. On Tuesday night, he'll fall victim to the beasts of the East, the Orioles. Kremer is a good pitcher, but a case can be made that the Angels have repressed run production in the tank after scoring just 9 runs last series versus Oakland, 6 of which came in the series finale. They scored 19 runs in their prior 3-game series in Philadelphia and averaged 4.7 runs at home this year. This team might not be going to the playoffs, but Los Angeles can more than a couple of runs on Tuesday. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.